guys, it's Sarah, and today is Booklist Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every Thursday, we bring you some sort of book topic or list that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week, we're going to talk about books that involve children who beat impossible odds. I only found 4 that I know of on my shelves that I could be like, absolutely yes. And yeah, I have read all of them, so I know for sure that that's what these are about. So yeah, let's go through them. Okay, the first one I have here is The Life She Was Given by Ellen Marie Wiseman. This follows a young girl who is born albino, and I think it takes place in the 1930s. Yep, 1930s. And her parents are very ashamed of this, and they hide her in the attic and just kind of pretend she doesn't exist. They do enough to keep her alive, and that's about it. So she's not living in good conditions at all. And then her mother decides to sell her to the circus. Because that's better, right? I mean, in this case, it was better. It was better than what she was doing. But she's definitely still, treated differently. There is a found family situation in here, but she does go through a lot of things in order to find that found family. So both the things that she was dealing with her own birth parents and then things on the road as well was a lot for her. Then I have Before We Were Yours. This is by Lisa Wingate. And this book is so heartbreaking. It is about an orphanage that was run by a woman named Georgia Tann, and Georgia Tann is a real person. Like, the things in this book actually happened based on real events. Georgia Tann owned an adoption agency, and the way that she gathered orphans is by stealing babies from hospitals. And she would choose the children based on their the way their parents look, their status, blonde hair, blue eyes are preferable, all that kind of stuff. Basically, if these children are almost guaranteed to grow up beautiful, she's going to pick them because they're going to be very desirable for people who have a lot of money and want children of their own. They're going to want beautiful babies. And this actually happened, guys. So this book is told through the eyes of a woman who survived in her orphanage because they were terribly abused. The children were terribly abused in this orphanage. And it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. And then we have my favorite book of last year, and that is All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. This one definitely, these characters faced some really, really tough situations in their lives, especially the boy who went through a traumatic experience and had a really hard time dealing with life after that, understandably, for sure. He did make things work, but it took a lot to get there. And then you also see his best friend who is she loves him very much and she wants the best for him and she wants to help him. And it's tough to break through that shell sometimes because he definitely, what happened to him away from her made him a different person when he was with her again. So, but you see these two grow up and kind of the lives, the paths that their lives take. And it's just, there's a lot. Okay, and then I want to talk about Assassin's Apprentice. This is by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in the Farseer trilogy and kind of the start to her whole Realm of the Elderlings series world, all the things. This is the only one I've read in it, so I did one scratch on the surface and that was it. So, but definitely stuff I want to get into and read this whole entire world. Again, I would need to reread this because I remember the basics of it, but not a whole lot of the details. And I feel like if I'm going to get into this world and really get to know these characters, I need to follow Fitz again. So this is the first book that follows Fitz, our main character, and he is born a bastard and is treated as such. And you find out a little bit more about him as he's learning to navigate his new role and what's going on. And lots of betrayal, lots of things happen to him that kind of make him into the person that he becomes at the end, because it's a very different person than he was in the beginning. That I do remember. So, yeah. All right, guys, those are some books on my shelves that I know for a fact follow children who overcome very hard lives and impossible odds. So make sure you go check out Lindsay and see what book she's featuring today. I'm excited to see what she's going to be talking about. And we will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.